Here.
Trustee LaRocca? Here. Trustee Giesser? Trustee Frizzaloni?
Here.
Trustee Schwarze? Trustee McCarthy?
Here.
Mayor Severino?
Here. Please stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Their motion to approve the minutes of our July 1st, 2019 Village Board meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Frizzaloni. Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Zalik?
Aye.
Trustee LaRocca?
Aye.
Trustee Frizzaloni?
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy?
Aye.
Under listening posts, resolution number 3098, honoring Matthew Rutledge upon his retirement from the Village of Carroll Stream Police Department. Whereas Matthew Rutledge was hired as a police officer on July 5th, 1989, and whereas Matthew Rutledge, what do I have?
Rudlick.
Rudlick? Rudlick?
Rudlick.
Rudlick. I apologize. All these years that I've known you, Rudlick
Rudy.
has been honored with commendations during his career. And whereas Matthew Rutledge has served as one of the department's first designated traffic officers. And whereas Matthew Rutledge served as an officer-in-charge, field training officer, community-orientated police officer, hostage negotiator for the emergency procedure team, and juvenile officer. And whereas Matthew Rutledge served as the department third school resource officer at Glenbard North for 8 years. And whereas Matthew Rutledge has been employed as a public servant for 30 years as a police officer with the Village of Carroll Stream Police Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and the Board of Trustees of the Village of Carroll Stream on behalf of all the former and present elected and appointed officials and residents of Carroll Stream that under Section 1, the services and dedication displayed by Officer Matthew Rutledge to the Village of Carroll Stream and his accomplishments in the field of law enforcement are hereby recognized and commended. Section 2, Matthew Rutledge is wished the very best of happiness and health in his retirement. This resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage as approved by law. Passed and approved this 15th day of July, 2019.
I'll make the motion to approve Resolution 3098 honoring Matthew Rudlich.
Second?
Motion by
Trustee McCarthy?
trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Frizzaloni. Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Zalik?
Aye.
Trustee LaRocca?
Aye.
Trustee Frizzaloni?
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy?
Aye.
I could understand if you don't want to make a speech, but
Yeah,
you,
I'm not a big speech.
but you got to come back here and take a picture with us.
All right.
Come on. Come on, see? We should never do this until they're gone.
Make a speech. Is this turn off? That one? Okay. 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks, appreciate it.
You want the box?
That'd be nice, thank you.
You don't want to tell us where your plans are, nothing, just?
No, I don't, my plan is to relax and enjoy, my endless vacation. And, that's about it.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks for the opportunities.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for 30 years.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you'll enjoy it.
Cheers. You do it. No, it's not, they won't roll. It doesn't matter how high I am. forward. I'm gonna go faster.
The wife.
Hey, Chief, why don't you say a few words about Matt?
That would be an excellent
Hey,
idea.
Chief, why don't you say a few words about Matt?
Whoa.
I am your boss.
How quick we learn, huh?
Matt's been here 30 years. Done a lot of great things for the police department. I especially remember him as a school resource officer and all the challenges that came with that. He dedicated a lot of time to this village, to this department. And he does have a large family, so I don't know how he had time for that. But he was able to balance those, I think, fairly well. But when he was here, he did a lot for this village, and he really shouldn't be forgotten. You know, he was like another brother to me and to most of us, and I'm glad that I got to know him over his 30 years, and he's got a great retirement. So, thank you.
And thanks for giving us your son for the next 25, 30 years.
Exactly.
Next on the agenda is resolution number 3099, honoring John Buckholz upon his 20th anniversary of employment with the Village of Carroll Stream Police Department, and trustee Frizzaloni will read that one.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution number 3099, a resolution honoring John Buckholz upon his 20th anniversary of employment with the Village of Carroll Stream Police Department. Whereas John Buckholz joined the Carroll Stream Police Department as a police officer on July 6, 1999. And whereas John Buckholz has been honored with several commendations and other awards during his career. And whereas John Buckholz served in many capacities in the Patrol Division and Investigations Unit and performed numerous specialties. And whereas John Buckholz served as a detective, lead homicide investigator, juvenile officer, field training officer, officer in charge, and corporal. And whereas John Buckholz was promoted to sergeant on May 1st, 2017. And whereas John Buckholz is currently assigned to the Patrol Division and is the coordinator of the field training program. And whereas John Buckholz has been employed as a public servant for 20 years as a law enforcement professional with the Village of Carroll Stream Police Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Board of Trustees of the Village of Carroll Stream on behalf of all former and present elected and appointed officials and residents of Carroll Stream, that Section 1, the services of Sergeant John Buckholz and his dedication to the Village of Carroll Stream and accomplishments in the field of law enforcement are hereby recognized and commended. Section 2, John Buckholz is wished the very best of happiness and health in his continued employment with the Village of Carroll Stream. This resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and as approved by law. Passed and approved this 15th day of July, 2019. We have to- Yeah.
We have a motion?
Yes, I make a motion to approve Resolution 3099.
A second.
Moved by trustee Frizzaloni, seconded by trustee Zalick. Call the roll.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee LaRocca.
Aye.
Trustee Frizzaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye. John, come up and say.
Fine, John.
You do have to say a couple words.
You're still employed.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out, and I really, really appreciate it. Both the family and all my friends and coworkers that are here. When I say friends and coworkers, because many of you in this room I consider all of your friends. 20 years goes by real quick. Everybody who's been around for a while knows. There's been a lot of good and bad, I have a lot of this job, both personally and professionally. There's no way I can repay all the debts of gratitude
Wait, till you think.
Wait,
Oh, 1, 2, 3,
actually,
I
you went for
forgot.
our Facebook page.
1, 2, 3. One more.
There you go.
1, 2, 3.
We have any addresses from the audience? No addresses from the audience. That means we will go right into our meeting. Is there a motion to establish a consent agenda?
So moved. Second?
Moved by trustee LaRocca, seconded by trustee McCarthy. Clerk call the roll.
Trustee Zalik.
Aye.
Trustee LaRocca.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, would you please read what is on the consent agenda?
Certainly. Under Board and Commission reports, number 1, Plan Commission Zoning Board of Appeals, A 18-0011, Ecolux Auto Spa, 120 South Gary Avenue. Final plat of consolidation, recommended approval 5-1.
Yes.
Yes.
Under staff reports and recommendations, number 1, Relay for Life, Carroll Stream requests for approval of a temporary waiver to the Code of Ordinances to allow temporary promotional signage and a temporary sign intent permit fee waiver.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 2, Personnel Policy Revisions, Information Technology, Chapter 1M.
Yes.
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 Under ordinances, we have an ordinance amending the Carroll Stream Code of Ordinances, Chapter 15, miscellaneous regulations to provide for an administrative adjudication system.
Yes.
Yes.
That is ordinance number 2019-7-22. Number 2, we have ordinance amending Chapter 8, Article 5 and 6 of the Carroll Stream Traffic Code, Traffic and Parking Schedules, Schedule 5, Turns, and Schedule 1, Parking Prohibited, Signs Required.
Yes.
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 That is ordinance number 2019-7-23. Number 3, ordinance amending Chapter 6, Article 14, Section 1, Subpart A of the Carroll Stream Code of Ordinances to adopt the latest amendment to the DuPage County-wide Stormwater and Floodplain Ordinance, which includes new flood insurance rate maps and flood insurance study, as well as text clarifications to Article 4, Site Runoff Conveyance, Storage, and Field Titles, and Article 6, Wetlands.
Yes.
Yes.
As ordinance 2019-7-24. Under resolutions, we have a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract between the Village of Carroll Stream and John Fiotti as administrative adjudicator for automated traffic law enforcement, red light, administrative tow hearings, and handicapped violations.
Yes.
Yes.
As Resolution 3100. Number 2, resolution approving the release of certain executive session minutes of the mayor and board of trustees of the Village of Carroll Stream, Illinois.
Yes.
Yes.
That is Resolution 3101. Resolution authorizing a final plat of consolidation, Gary and North Avenue, Ecolux Auto Spa, 120 South Gary Avenue, PIN 02-32-301-005.
Yes.
Yes.
As Resolution 3102. Under new business, number 1, sound amplification permit, Outreach Community Center.
Yes.
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 And under payment of bills, regular bills, July 2, 2019 through July 15, 2019.
Yes.
Yes.
And addendum warrants, July 2, 2019 through July 15, 2019.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Is there a motion to put those items on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second?
Moved by trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Frusaloni. Clerk call the roll.
Trustee Zalik.
Aye.
Trustee LaRocca.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve those items by omnibus vote?
So moved.
Second?
Moved by trustee LaRocca, seconded by trustee Frusaloni. Clerk call the roll.
Trustee Zalik.
Aye.
Trustee LaRocca.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Under report of officers, it looks like you're first.
What a surprise.
Yeah. Trustee LaRocca?
Short and sweet. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Congratulations to Matthew Rudlick on your retirement. Thank you very much for your service to our community and being one of the many that are responsible for keeping our residents and our community safe. Thank you very much. And John Buckholz, 20 years, seems to go by really fast. We get to this point in careers, then, our police officers seem to just retire, but I hope you stay for at least another 10 and reach 30. That ends my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee LaRocca. Trustee Zalick?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I'd like to congratulate Matthew Rudlick. I've worked with Matthew for many years. He is very, very well respected and will be missed. John Buckholz also, I worked with him. I was a field training officer, and I respect him and his leadership. And like Trustee LaRocca said, I hope he stays around for another 10 years because we're losing a lot of good guys. Finally, with the string of very, very hot temperatures, please make sure you check on your loved ones and your neighbors, especially those that might not have family. Make sure they're all right. I looked up, and the heat index values are supposed to be in the triple digits the next couple of days. So it's very important to check on the elderly. And I also looked up July and found out that in 1984, the great president, Ronald Reagan, proclaimed July as National Ice Cream Month. So to combat the hot temperatures, I urge all residents to go get some ice cream for the next couple of days. And that completes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Zalick. Trustee Frizzaloni?
Not sure how I'm going to beat that. I also want to congratulate Rudy. I mean, I can't call him Matthew. That's, I'm sure what his mother called him, on his retirement. 30 years, wow, that's a lot in one place, and just a lot of people that respect him. I remember the first day that I met him at Glenbard North, taking my son to freshman year of high school. I didn't know the high school. I didn't know anybody there, but he was a friendly face that I had recognized from being a police volunteer. So he was very welcoming, got us where we were going, and even said a couple of kind words when I was saying a couple of bad words at what the cost of my son's books were. And congratulations to Bucky. Again, can't call him John Buckholz because he introduced himself to me as Bucky all those years ago, and that's what he's going to be known as to me. So congratulations on 20 years. And yes, please do not turn in your retirement papers anytime soon. We're tired of reading these retirement resolutions. Trustee Zalick actually stole what I was going to say about the weather, to check on your loved ones, but also recognize the symptoms of what the heat can do to you. Heat-related illnesses can strike fast and very furiously, so please make sure that you're staying hydrated, and again, yes, check on your neighbors. And we have Culver's, actually, that is going to be at the Thursday night concert. Going to be 97 degrees this Thursday for the concert for the troops. Yes, it is custard, but it's close enough to ice.
Premium custard.
It's premium custard. So I just want to invite everyone out to the Concert for the Troops. We are expecting a huge crowd. Seventh Heaven always brings them in, and this year we have made sure that there's not going to be any pop-up thunderstorms. And with that, I will end my report.
Thank you, Trustee Frizzaloni. Trustee McCarthy?
Congratulations, Matt, on your retirement, and also thank you for the 30 years that you gave us, and thank you, John, for the 20 years, and hopefully at least 10 more. You guys keep us safe, and it's much appreciated. Again, Thursday night, absolutely get out to Concert for the Troops. It's always a fun time, and it'll be a little bit crazy. And if you guys don't mind, I'd like to give Kyoko just a minute to plug the Relay for Life. Is that okay?
That's fine with me.
Kyoko is our Relay for Life rep.
Thank you. Relay for Life will be at Town Center yet again on Saturday, August 10th. We have basically almost an entire afternoon, evening full of events. We have our Kids Fishing Derby, our third annual, that's being sponsored by Scout Troop 191, which will be, I believe it's at 12:30. So there's information about registering for that on our website, relayforlife.org/CarolStreamIL. In addition, we're working with the Knights of Columbus. They're going to have their soccer kickathon at the relay, so that's something new. We're in talks with the Three Fires Council to have an inflatable obstacle course at the event. So that's something new too for the kids. We welcome you to come out. If you know any cancer survivors, please invite them to register for the event and attend our opening ceremonies and our survivor dinner, which is complimentary to cancer survivors and a caregiver. So we've got some local area folks who have donated food for the event. So we welcome everybody to come out. It is a family-friendly event, and it's not a race. It's really a walk, and you can walk as much or as little as you would like. So we would welcome you to come out. And all of the proceeds from the event benefit the American Cancer Society. And what we do with those funds, our mission is saving lives, celebrating lives, and leading the fight for a world without cancer. We use these things to help our local neighbors, from things like helping them get to treatment, free wigs, our 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week, 365-day-a-year hotline, our cancer.org website, which are resources that cancer patients can use through their cancer journey. So the only way we can fund the mission is from the great residents of Carol Stream and communities throughout the country. And so we'd love to see everybody out. If you've never been to a relay, it's really fun and exciting, and just come check it out if you've never been. I know several of our folks here are fundraisers for us, and we totally appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kyoko. And last but not least, since trustee Schwarzy is not here, please shop Carol Stream.
Thank you.
That's the end of my
I'm sure
report.
we'll be happy that you put that in there. Thank you. Madam Clerk?
The only thing I have to say is I look forward to seeing everybody out at our Concert for the Troops. Military is strong in our family, and really at the heart of my being, and I look forward to seeing everybody there. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Rhodes, our village attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would just like to congratulate Officer Rudelich and also Sergeant Buckholz. And I know Trustee Schwarzy would also say, if you're going to buy your ice cream, make sure you buy it in Carol Stream.
Yes.
And that's the end of my report.
Good. I'm going to go get some ice cream as soon as we're.
There you go.
Make Trustee Schwarzy happy.
Mayor Severino, can I also say congrats to our officers, the one, John Buckholz and Officer Rudelich. I did forget to say that.
That's okay. That's good. You said it.
Thank you.
Mr. Meller, our village.
I just have a brief public service announcement regarding our sanitary sewers. We've had a couple articles on our website and in the e-newsletter regarding flushable wipes and flushable hand towels and paper towels that people flush down the toilets. They've been clogging our sanitary lift stations, especially the one on Evergreen Drive. So we encourage people, even though the package says flushable, they are not flushable. They clog the screens in the lift stations, and they could lead to backups in the sewer system as well as in residential homes. So please do not flush those down the toilet. That's all I have.
That's very exciting.
It is. It is
I did
to
run
us.
my own test, though. I will say that, and I brought everything into Public Works. Actually had paper towels come out of the dryer that looked as good as when they went in. So I can't imagine if somebody flushed them, how they would even break down. They were washed, dried, and they were still in the same exact form they were in. So, and I won't give you the brand name, but I'm not buying them anymore. They're too strong. Okay, well, Matt Rutledge, thank you for 30 years. And John Buckholz, I've had the privilege of working with as the mayor and being on the board for 18 years. So him and I have become pretty good friends, and I have a lot of respect for him. not only as past union steward that he was, but as an officer, so very appreciative. Chief, I have a question for you. When do we start writing tickets for vehicle stickers? The people that didn't. No, we're gonna write tickets, don't we? Okay, the vehicle stickers now, are anybody that should have got them, right? Right. Okay, when do we start writing tickets on the people that didn't buy them?
Usually give them a month to 2-month grace period, and then we go full board.
I've had some residents come up to me this weekend, and they're saying, my neighbors are laughing because I bought my vehicle sticker, and the guy got 3 cars, and he said, I ain't buying them, and it's like, so if you want to start writing tickets for somebody that didn't buy the vehicle sticker, that would be fine with me. I mean, okay, that would be wonderful, okay? And you can give my name, they can call me if they don't like it, because it's bad enough everybody's got to buy them, but when you start making fun of your neighbors because they bought them and you didn't, and then I had somebody tell me, you should put a property tax on and get rid of them. I said, put it in writing. He said, not me. So, I mean, I get it. I mean, so if you would, I would appreciate it. We also passed on the agenda tonight, we're going to start adjudicating our own handicap sticker violations. We do towing and we do the red light cameras, but we're also going to start the doing our own adjudication twice a month, I think we're going to do it, for parking in the handicap spot. And the fine will be $350 and $25 service charge, I guess we're going to call that, or what do we call that? Is that a service charge?
Administrative fee.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, the handicap spots are for people that are handicapped. My wife has a handicap sticker, and if I'm with her, I will always park away from there, drop her off, and then park someplace else so somebody could have that spot if they really need it. So, I mean, and I know we catch a lot of people. It was brought to our attention that there's a lot of people that are doing it, and there's no teeth in it, and then the county gets the money and we don't get anything. So it'll be interesting. I've had a lot of people ask me what we're going to do with cannabis. I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen with cannabis, so I am answering, I don't know. I mean, so it's like, they pass these laws and tell us what we could do and what we can't do, but they don't know what's happening. We still don't have any kind of a metrics for catching a minor smoking. So, I mean, we passed a law that you can't buy cigarettes, but if we catch us, we can't do nothing to them. So I don't know what, I mean, why you have a law? It's a problem. Working on it? I mean, it's not your fault. I mean, they passed these laws in Springfield, and if they said, this is the law and this should be the fine metrics, at least we'd have something to go by.
Before the DuPage chiefs, before we come out with blanket recommended enforcement and policy, we're waiting for all the other trailer bills to get signed, because they're still trying to add things on, so.
Very, very confusing, but thank you. I know. I mean, that'd be good. Other than that, I think we're pretty good. If you pray, say a prayer for Flood Brothers. Mike's wife, the owners of Flood Brothers, passed away. The wake will be Thursday. She's wonderful people, wonderful lady. Keep her in your hearts, keep the family in your hearts. It's a tough time for them. They're good. A great Irish family, and they're very close, and it's very painful when the mother dies like that. So a lot of grandkids and a lot of the boys and girls are very, very upset about the grandmother dying. There's a picture of her in the newspaper, and she's just a beautiful lady, 77 years old. So if you say a prayer, that would be good. If you don't pray, I understand it. So with that, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by
Second.
trustee McCarthy, seconded by trustee Frusaloni. Clerk call the roll.
Trustee Zalik.
Aye.
Trustee LaRocca.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.